Hello people of YouTube, Wayne Hackman here, aka Whackstar, and it is great to have you connected to another video. And today we're going to put this, a winch, into the patrol. So for many of you, you'll know that I bought a Nisan Patrol just about a year ago, and I've been slowly upgrading the vehicle to take what at the time was certainly a capable vehicle and making it even more capable. So if I go into deep bush, for example, or some rather exciting countryside, I'm going to be able to get the vehicle back home safely. And one of the pieces of the install puzzle is to install a winch. Now admittedly this was a little bit of an impulse buy, but it's something that I've been thinking about doing for quite some time. Now I can't afford a huge, massive, super well branded winch, but what I did come across was a winch by a company called Rugcel, and this is it. This is the Rugcel winch. It can pull up to 12,000 to 13,500 pounds. Okay, it is between 6 and 7 horsepower in strength, and already has a synthetic line on it which is about 90 feet long. Now for me, I enjoy exciting driving here in Kenya, but don't do it as often as I would like. And so, you know, having something like this, which might get used 2, 3, 4 times a year, seemed to be the best option. So I have to say, for the record, I bought this with my own money. No sponsorship from Rugcel whatsoever, but let's have a little look and see what's inside. Now I'm not going to lie to you, when I got this, this was incredibly heavy. When you open this up, you get yourself a decent forged hook to go on the front of the line. You've got a pretty hefty copper grounding cable, a faceplate to go on the front of the vehicle. You've also got a nice little band to go on the hook, which I'm assuming that you can put on and pull it out of mud. You also got all of the nuts and bolts that you need to install it. Underneath here, we've got a few things. This here is the solenoid, I believe, control pack. This is the bit that goes to the battery and then onto the winch, and has connections for a hardwired control, which is here. Hardwired control, which connects into there. Also, a lot of these new winches come with now some remotes, which is really quite useful. So we'll install those and see what they look like. And then finally, this is the bad boy itself. We have got the winch. My goodness, this thing is heavy. How are we going to get this out without damaging anything? So this is the winch. There we go, 12,000 pound capacity. Got a nice little clutch here to engage and disengage the rope for free spool. Here we go, the wires at the top. And what else do we have here? Obviously the synthetic rope on there as well. So the plan now is to put this into the TJM bull bar that the vehicle came with. Okay, this is a little lesson in doing things the correct way as opposed to the quick way. So I ended up having to take the bull bar off. Fortunately, I'd got this table here that I constructed for something else ages and ages ago, and it's just the right height for me to be able to slip the bull bar off. It was held by 8 bolts onto the main chassis of the car, and then took another little plate off the back here, and I was able to bolt in using these stainless steel bolts that came with the winch into the bull bar. It's firmly in there. I must admit though, although these look pretty heavy duty bolts, I'm amazed that the entire weight of the car is able to be pulled on those 4 little bolts. So they've designed it that way, and so there's no reason why it shouldn't do the work it's supposed to do. So now I'm going to have to maneuver the bull bar back onto the car. Now there was another little thought here is this is the sort of engage disengage switch here. Originally I thought I would have to put my hand in under here, which is a bit awkward, but there are 2 little holes in the front of the bull bar either side of where the number plate goes, and I can actually put my hand in very easily, very comfortably, and flip that switch. So I'm not going to show you how I put the bull bar back on because you don't want to see that, but next shot should hopefully have been me with this back into place, the bull bar back on, and then we can start thinking about the wiring. Let's get to it. Okay, so we're into day 2 of the winch install. Yesterday was pretty mechanically based. It took the front bumper off, installed the winch, tied everything back together, even ran some electrical conduit down to the winch. So everything is wired up, ready to go. All I need to do now is to just attach the positive and the negative to the battery. Now what I've found is I've got some plastic tubing that actually ironically I use for my swimming pool, which is pretty hardcore, and what I've done is I've managed to run this down just to about an inch or 2 off the winch. From what I understand, it's really important that although these are pretty heavy duty cables, you don't want them rubbing against each other and then shorting. That could cause a fire, could cause damage to the winch. And so I thought that this would be a good way of ensuring that this limits the amount of contact that these have with the side of the vehicle as we're moving. Now of course these are going to go wired here just like this, and at some point I do want to put in an isolator switch, which I think will go here, but I didn't think that far ahead when I'm doing it. So let's just quickly attach these to the battery now and see if we have contact on the winch. This winch comes with these little remotes, so I think we switch it on here. Out. Yay! It's working. Yeah, it's working. Let's bring it in. Oh, feel that strength. Now where can I put this without it on this side over here? Well, there you go. This works beautifully. The control box is just in here, so if I need to do a manual control with the hand winch, although this seems to work fine, I've got 2 of these so they can live in the car. All right, let's just tidy up around here and then let's go and pre-tension the winch, ready for the big trip next week. So from my understanding, pre-tensioning the winch is very simple. You find a gentle incline with a tree, and there's a tree here and you can see the car parked down there. We take the entire winch rope out, leaving 5 or 6 revolutions on the drum, and then you slowly bring the winch rope in just making sure that the rope is as tightly wound as possible on the drum, as well as ensuring that there isn't going to be any slippage and the rope isn't crossing over each other, which could cause damage or even worse, the rope breaking when it's under load. So I've not done this before. I found a tree which is just there, and we're going to go down there, we're going to pull the wire out and see what we can do. So there you have it, the winch is installed. We've wired it in, we've securely fitted it into the bumper, although it took a little longer than I had anticipated. And we've pre-tensioned the rope ready for the patrol's first adventure with its winch. If you've seen anything that I can do better, please let me know. I'm always willing to learn. Looking forward to going out into the wild with this and finding a track or some cotton mud to pull myself through. And as always, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Please do all the things that YouTubers do: rate, subscribe, leave comments, and I'll catch you in the next patrol upgrade video. Bye.